Brad Marchand is one of the more notorious and infamous names in the NHL. For this reason and many, many, many others, having been drafted by the Boston Bruins in 2006 as a high-ceiling, low-floor gamble in the 71st overall pick, Brad knew that in order to keep a job, he needed to be valuable to the Bruins organization, as the mere fact that they took the obvious risk on him made him in their debt to begin with. Over time, Marchand would develop into the high-ceiling first-liner that the Bruins saw him as back in 2006. In 2011, the Boston Bruins won the Stanley Cup against the Vancouver Canucks in 7 games. Marchand provided valuable offensive production, and if it weren't for an amazing shutout performance by Tim Thomas in Game 7, Marchand might have won the Conn Smythe Trophy, which is the playoffs MVP award for any of you who are newer to hockey. On top of that, Marchand has also been with the Bruins as they won the Prince of Wales Trophy in 2011 and 2013. That's a conference championship trophy for those of you new to hockey. The President's Trophy, which is the best regular season team, in 2014, 2 All-Star elections, and has had multiple awards for international competition as well, including a gold medal in the World Cup of Hockey tournament and another gold medal in the World Championships Olympics, both in the year 2016. Throughout his 10 years in the NHL, Brad Marchand is known to be a clutch player, getting the goals that matter the most when they matter the most. 40 goals in a season is never out of the question with this guy, and with the Bruins, Brad Marchand has become a legend in Beantown. So here's one really important question. Why does he still feel the need to play dirty? Now, before I inevitably get flack for this video, simply because Bruins fans and old-fashioned hockey fans start spamming the comment section saying that I'm merely jealous of his talent, I'll say this. I am a Bruins fan. So if anyone has been paying close attention to his actions on the ice, it's been me. And unlike the cancerous fans in the Bruins community that are very loud and ignorant, or fans of other teams that have access to grind with Marchand's antics over the years, I am honest enough to come to these conclusions about one of the most controversial names in hockey. 1. Is Brad Marchand a talented player? Answer? Yes. He's one of the best forwards in the game, and age hasn't slowed him down one bit, even with Petrus Bergeron missing time due to injury. His point production is enviable, and there's a reason why he's been voted as an All-Star twice. 2. Is Brad Marchand a dirty player? Also yes. One of the dirtiest this league has to offer. The amount of times he has slew-footed, clipped, or speared his way on everyone's shit list is simply baffling. Now, here's where everyone else differs and tends to choose a side with Marchand, but I refuse to do that because I'm intellectually honest. Just because Brad Marchand is dirty doesn't mean he is unskilled and a pure thug. Also, just because Marchand is a skilled top 6 forward doesn't give him an excuse to play as dirty as he pleases or get the benefit of the doubt whenever he does play dirty. Ever wonder why Marchand has never earned the right to wear the A or C on his jersey unless cases of injury like now, despite being the Bruins organization for 12 years, while David Backes, a man who does wear the A, has only been playing for the Bruins for, this would be his 3rd season? It's because he's never had the qualities of a leader, unlike David Backes, and he likely never will. Leaders don't sneak up behind their opponents and sweep their feet from underneath them with intent to injury, like here. Yet Marchand has done it a total of 8 times. Leaders don't check their opponent at the knees and flip their defenseless bodies over their own and into the boards, like he did with Sedin. Twice. He has also done that 5 times in his career. Leaders don't take their sticks and jam it up their opponent's nutsack. He's done that a couple times. Leaders do not instigate fights with players who aren't interested in fighting, like he did with Sedin. The other Sedin, not the one that he checked into the boards. However, he has done that 4 times, including the season opener this year. Even as an instigator and agitator whose sole purpose is to get under their opponent's skin and throw them off guard, merely because they're better disciplined and have better ways of agitating their opponent, they don't do what Brad Marchand does. Yes, Marchand is an instigator who thrives at making his opponent feel out of whack and play frivolously. But if an instigator has to resort to breaking the rules in order to get under someone's skin, they have either failed at their job or gone too far. So what the fuck is Brad Marchand's excuse? I have all the respect in the world for players who can bring a unique brand of hockey into the NHL and make a career out of it. And for that, I will forever respect Brad Marchand, the person. But playing dirty is a choice, and one that Brad Marchand, the player, has repeatedly done again and 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 again. There was a time for dirty antics during the Big Bad Bruins era, but that ship has sailed. Lucic is gone. Chara is going to retire very soon. And the young core that the Boston Bruins have now don't play dirty anymore. Yet Marchand will continue to play dirty. And that is why he likely won't be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Or be a captain. Or have his number 63 retired by the Bruins, even being a career Bruin. Because no matter how good and skilled he is, he chooses a style of play that is self-sabotaging to his own legacy. Go back to all of the accomplishments I listed at the beginning of the video, and instead give those accolades to a wholesome player that has spent his entire career without a dirty hit. Those types of figures, along with being a career player for an organization that won the Stanley Cup with him, is a legacy of, at the very least, a retired jersey. But as time goes on, Marchand continues to play dirty, only hurting his own chances of ever being inducted to immortality. And getting in your own way like Marchand has done too many times to count with your hands and toes? Yeah. Getting in your own way is the most shameful act of incompetence. And if Marchand didn't do that, he would be a Hall of Famer. First ballot. But no. He has to continue to be a total dick. I mean, hell, look at Brassard's ankle as he's going into the boards. Split. It's ruthless, it's dangerous, and it's a good way to end careers. And he's done it 8 fucking times. Funny enough, he didn't get suspended. He didn't get fined. He didn't even get punished for that hit. Fucking sickening.